Hi everybody, I'm Jim Kreisman, your Mexico insurance guru. Hey, today I want to talk to you about 8 FAQs to consider before you buy your next Mexico insurance quote. Many U.S. travelers traditionally stop at the Mexico border to buy their Mexico insurance policy. They end up buying the one that's presented to them that's the lowest cost, and they assume it'll take care of all their needs. The true risks become apparent at the time of the claim. Do they have enough coverage, and do they have the right coverage? Price is definitely important. But not having the right coverage can end up costing you $1,000 out of pocket, and if you can't pay that restitution in the event you're at fault in an accident, you may end up spending time in jail. Let me give you 8 suggestions to consider. Suggestion number 1. You can avoid arriving at the Mexico border, having to wait in long lines, heat, and making a rush decision by simply shopping online for your Mexico insurance. Online, you can get quotes from many different companies, review all the coverages, and then from the comfort of your own home, print the policy. Suggestion number 2. Once you purchase your policy and you're on your way to Mexico, it's too late. Go online when you're purchasing your policy and you're getting your quotes and review the coverages from the different companies. By doing that, you'll identify any red flags that may be exclusions or special requirements. For example, if you're towing a boat, you got a motorcycle or an ATV in the back, what's covered? What's not covered? When is it covered? What's the best way to get it insured? All that information will be within the coverage details, which is available online. Suggestion number 3. Decide between a fixed deductible or a percentage deductible. If you get a fixed deductible, the nice thing is you know what your maximum out-of-pocket cost will be in the event of a loss. When you select the percentage deductible, it's a percentage of what you put in as the value of the car. It can go as high as 5%. On a high value car, your fixed deductible is always your best option. It may cost a few dollars more, but if that car's a total loss, you sure will be glad you picked the fixed deductible. Now, if your car has a loan on it, like a GMAC, they're usually going to require that you do go with the fixed deductible also. Suggestion number 4. Only consider Mexico insurance companies that have an AM Best rating of A- or better. AM Best is a company that measures the financial stability of Mexico insurance companies. Now, there's a lot of Mexico insurance companies out there that are selling Mexico insurance. However, only about 10 of them, or fewer, are being rated by AM Best. Suggestion number 5. Liability only or full coverage. If your car is older and you're not that worried about it, liability only is the way to go. Now, with full coverage, there's 2 types. There's standard full coverage and there is enhanced full coverage, sometimes called deluxe, platinum, on and on. Now, under standard full coverage, it's very important to understand that partial theft, you go for a walk, you come back, your car's on blocks and there's no tires, is not covered. And vandalism is not covered also. That's under most policies. Now, if you want those coverages and you're worried about it, then you want to get the enhanced full coverage. What you'll want to do is you'll want to go online and review the coverages and make sure the company you choose also includes vandalism and partial theft under their version of the enhanced full coverage. Now, if you're just worried about your car in the event of an accident, well then the standard full coverage will be fine. Suggestion number 6. How much liability coverage do I really need? Well, let me start by saying liability coverage is really cheap, so buy as much as you can afford. But one thing to stay away from is, at the border you'll see a lot of $10,000 and $20,000 liability policies. My suggestion is the minimum you want is $50,000, and again, get as much as you can afford. If you have an accident where you're at fault, it's going to be the most important coverage you could possibly have. Now, if you're thinking about not getting a policy at all, I'm going to highly encourage you, get at least a minimal liability policy, even if you got to buy it at the border. That way, if you are in an accident, the insurance company will take care of the third party for damages and so forth. And if you don't have it, and you can't pay for it out of pocket, you're going to end up in jail and they're going to impound your car. It's just a bad situation where for a few dollars you can avoid it. Suggestion number 7, evacuation coverage. Make sure it's a part of every policy you purchase. If the insurance company offers an endorsement to add additional coverage on for a few dollars more, buy it. In the event of a loss, you'll be glad you have it. If you don't have the evacuation coverage, you can expect a huge out-of-pocket expense. Let me give you an example of what the out-of-pocket cost could potentially be. We had a client who bought online and they didn't purchase the evacuation coverage. Their family member was hurt in Puerto Penasco, Rocky Point, which is about 4.5, 5 hours inside Mexico from Phoenix, and they ended up having to take an ambulance out, and it was $10,000 plus out of their pocket. Not a good situation. Can you imagine if they ended up having to take a helicopter ride out? The evacuation coverage is one of the best coverages you could possibly buy. Final suggestion number 8. It's a money saver. If you're going to be in Mexico for more than 20 consecutive days, it's probably cheaper to buy a 6-month or an annual policy. So when you get your quotes, make sure to have it display the 6-month cost and the annual cost at the same time. That way you can make a good decision on the best way to go. Who knows, you may be in Mexico and love where you're at so much you may want to take a second trip. Now, many travelers to Mexico are still going to stop at the border as a tradition. But I hope now that you've seen this video, you'll make a good decision, buy your policy online, get the right coverage. You're probably going to end up saving money, and you know in the event of a loss, you're going to be covered, both your car, the person that might be injured, as well as you and your family. Make sure to see my other videos on YouTube, and you can always check out my Mexico insurance blog on www.GotMexico.com, as well as some of the articles I've written. Make sure to come back to GotMexico.com when you're ready to purchase that next Mexico insurance policy. You can quote it, buy it, and print it online within 5 minutes from the comfort of your own home. If you got questions, we're here to help you out.